Hello, everybody. Welcome to Awesomecast, number 23. And oh boy, a lot has in fact happened this week. A lot of news in the Star Wars community. A lot of shills crying, a lot of shill tears, and we are going to grab our surfboards and we are going to ride that wave. So I got my list of shills. I've got a video already lined up, but before we get started, feel like we should wait. I should wait until some people come in. Yeah. Ooh, and speaking of which, hey, Khalil. Oh, yes.
Hey, Brian.
As you can see, I have definitely put some time into improving the channel. I now have a background.
Nice.
All right. We have a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about.
We sure do.
I'm going to open that in a new link. So, as you can see, what the hell? Oh, wait, that's me. Stupid YouTube. So let's get one of these. Let's get right away. Which one? I think we'll get the shorter video out of the way first. I don't know if you know this, Khalil. Star Wars Theory was on the news.
Well, I haven't. Anyway.
Khalil, come on, man, look alive. I think Khalil dozed off chat. Oh, I should dislike that. Okay. Khalil, you here? Remember, chat, you subscribe to this channel, and I have 504 subs now. Thrilling content. Khalil?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You went silent for a second.
Yeah, sorry. It's my sister was in my room for a second.
Oh, okay. I see. Anyway, moving past that little interruption, let's get this underway. Star Wars Theory, that overblown fence riding hack, was on the news. Let's see how it went.
We are your father. Welcome back, guys. GMSA Plus, we're streaming on KSAT Plus, KSAT.com at 8:32. And get this weekend is a big weekend for fans of Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, Marvel, and so much more.
I don't know, considering half of those franchises are in the pits right now. I mean,
they're more like the corpses of the franchise.
The rotted zombie corpses. Xanatos, welcome to the stream with a yo. Welcome to the stream, man.
We're talking about SpaceCon here in San Antonio, and a lot of different stars are coming to town to meet the fans and talk about their experiences making their movies and their TV shows as well. So this is happening at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Halls, and we have a couple of the stars here that you can be expecting. So yeah, look at your
Jeremy Renner.
All right, Elizabeth Olsen, Ian McDermott.
Jeremy Renner, Ian McDermott, Billy D. Williams. I think Elizabeth Olsen is all right. I actually think she doesn't have a social media presence because of the, kind of like the expectations. Like, they expect you to talk about something or whatnot. Unless I am misremembering that. Jeremy Renner's pretty all right. Nice to know he's doing good.
Yeah, especially after his
accident.
Death experience. Yeah.
Machinery 964, welcome to the stream. How the hell did Star Wars Theory even make it onto the news of all things? I wish I knew. Why is it that the hacks get to be on the news, but diehard fans like myself don't?
Because they had to pay. They had to pay them to be on the news.
I don't know. Please explain to the parent Kylo Ren movie Disney was going to do. Didn't read the article besides hearing about it. We'll get to that in a moment, dude.
Screen right now, we're talking about people like Elizabeth Olsen. You know her as the Scarlet Witch in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and also, of course, Jeremy the Bad. We have Billy D. Williams talking about old school Star Wars. He played Lando. Yeah, so we'll be.
Ian McDiarmid is also old school Star Wars. He played the Emperor in Return of the Jedi. Duh.
And the prequels, duh.
And came back for the special edition of Empire Strikes Back.
AKA the canon Empire Strikes Back.
Exactly. Theory even has a Wikipedia page. At this point, who doesn't have a Wikipedia page? Wikipedia is like, you can just make stuff. You can make your own page. Anyone's free to edit it, so it doesn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be
lucky to greet
if Red Rail Media has a Wikipedia page.
They probably do.
These people here in San Antonio.
And get this, speaking of Star Wars, we got one of the...
Ah! He's peddling his China sabers! Run!
Oh my god.
It's going to be another freaking sales pitch. No, gosh, no. Oh, sweet mother of the cosmic force. Primus! I think he's already caught on to making a corporate logo. Bland, just bland kind of text.
Special guest, who will be
also for a second, I thought he was holding a golf club.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And the star of one of the most popular Star Wars YouTube channels, Star Wars Theory.
I would say he's one of the more infamous Star Wars channels, and for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Why? Mike Cassius sums it up in one good word. Anyone else notice Theory's views have been going down lately, and he's becoming really boring and uploads anything he can think of? I know he's boring. I mean, I've gotten that impression from his videos like even a couple of years ago, but I had no idea that his views were going down. But that's a good thing to hear. Maybe then he'll actually get around to putting some damn effort into things.
Yes, and we got Theory himself joining us right now to talk a little bit about what's coming up to San Antonio next. And again, this year, some of the show of some amazing light.
Why are you talking to him about what's coming up in San Antonio? You'd think you would talk to someone who actually organizes the event. Did he organize the event?
Doubtful. I mean, the way that he dresses looks like he could barely do a good job as a security guard.
He's like one of the security guards from the Hitman franchise.
Lightsabers you guys got. We were playing with them in break, having a good time with them. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ew.
They were playing. These two were like playing with serious sabers. I bet they were playing with his Zaper, all right.
Yep.
Damn.
So obviously you're a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah. No, you're not. You're the biggest Star Wars filthy casual that is on the internet. Never forget, chat. He makes lore videos. He made like a lore video on the Vong, but he never read New Jedi Order. No, he isn't. He is not a EU fan in the slightest. Absolutely not.
You got more than 3 million YouTube subscribers.
That's right.
That blew my mind. When did this start?
It started.
Real quick, how many of his subscriber count, Khalil, do you think is dead? Are just dead accounts that forgot to unsub.
People who probably didn't care to unsubscribe because he's that boring.
How much? For the audience? Because I'm willing to bet at least 1 million of those views are probably just dead. I hate the way he's holding his lightsaber. Yeah, I actually thought he was holding he's holding it almost like a golf club in a way. Looks weird.
Honestly, he looks like he's holding it like he's holding his dick on his bathroom.
Oh, yeah. I was refraining from saying a pee joke, but you went ahead and did it. Classy.
Back in 2016, when I made a video off my phone, just for fun, and forgot about it for like a month, and then I checked back, and there were a few hundred subscribers, and I just kept making videos, and it was beautiful. Yeah,
And now you're a laughing stock on both sides. The fake fans and the real fans both hate you. What does that mean if even the fake fans reject you? Like, there has to be some terminology for it.
Fake death?
A fake fan? But that's a double negative. Perplexing situations. Thought-provoking conversations that we have here on the Awesomecast. We're philosophers.
Great. A lot of fun.
Well, I mean, 2016, that's a short time to get.
Dear Lord, this guy is just like so dang boring, even on live television. Come on, man. Smile a bit. And on top of that, what is this setup? Come on. The floor is freaking dirty. Where's you don't have a table? You just got a couple of screens? What is this?
Also, does he even face the camera?
It doesn't look like it. Like, you'd think they would shoot it they'd have a shot of his face or something, because they're in when they're introducing him, but no, he's just turned to look directly at them. The fake fans hate him for the wrong reasons. We hate him for the right reason. Facts, Mike Cassius. Facts. He covered Jedi Apprentice book series once, but didn't follow it up. I would have to double check that. Theory is only there to sell his cheap Chinese knockoffs. Yeah, I figured. God forbid this guy does anything without, having to shell out his sabers. I bet if he goes on a morning walk around his neighborhood, he takes 6 steps and then he immediately pulls out a sales pitch to whatever unlucky soul has uncrossed his path. Hey, can I interest you in a theory saber? Solar Volodun, welcome to the stream. Our mod is in the house. It's funny how I found out by Xanatos. Fun fact. Well, sometimes good can come out of bad things, so.
They do.
My mom did say that earlier today.
As many followers as you have right now.
Well, I started in 2016, and it took about 9 years.
Okay.
And,
No, but that's still a lot.
And just for
You
people,
think so? Oh, in the YouTube world, that's kind of slow.
it's still a lot.
We're impressed.
I'm gonna say,
We're
look at my
impressed.
little baby page. You'd be like, okay,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that's cute.
That's how it starts, though.
Yeah.
I'd rather be
Okay.
authentic. I'd rather be authentic and genuine than have 1 million subscribers.
Also, he said in 2016, so that's around the same time as Rogue One. Maybe he made those videos after it was released, or maybe before.
So he came around. Well, to be fair, I think a vast majority of these, fake channels that talk about a specific franchise or fiction in general debuted in the 2010s because it was becoming popular to like geeky stuff. These people hijacked our fandoms.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I can add. Actually, I think I got a clip for that. Just give me a quick second to see if I uploaded it. Because I was... Aha! It worked. I was struggling with this yesterday. Give me a quick key to add it. Please work. Please, for the love of God, work for me. I'm finally actually, spicing things up because I love my audience. Never mind. It's not an MP4. Damn!
It didn't work?
No, it didn't. I have to convert it to an MP4. I'll do that later. Oh, well. Oh, well. It wouldn't be me if I didn't have technology screw me over. My guess is he came around when the first Disney movies were coming up and the hype was high. Yeah, I'm aware because he really liked The Last Jedi. Like, he loved the flashback. I really like that flashback. Like, he also got early access to the Rise of Skywalker novel. And I think he actually liked Rise of Skywalker when it first came out and thought it was a great conclusion to the trilogy. I mean, the saga. And it's like, fake fan confirmed. Like, you didn't even try. Again, give me 5 minutes with this guy. 5 minutes. And I could prove to everyone that I know more about Star Wars than him.
That is, but for people who are interested in your YouTube channel, what are some of the things that you do there that is attracting so many fans and new fans?
Yes, please tell us. We're still scratching our heads trying to figure out why your fan base is still there.
He
Please.
somehow looks like Dave Filoni with the beard and everything.
I guess so. I mean, he kind of has the smugness of Filoni. Like, he can have a stupid smug grin on his face. I still cannot get that image on his mind of when he first showed up on the stream by the Star Wars Marvel purist. May his channel rest in peace. Just listen to The Last Jedi Apprentice audiobook and it was better than The Last Jedi. Cool, Xanatos.
Yeah, so I do everything from talking about Star Wars, the new shows, the movies, lore breakdowns, fan fictions, and we created a high-budget fan film about 6 years ago.
That was complete and total dog crap. You barely address lore. Oh, for a second, I thought he had hair poking out of his cap, but no, he's bald. Bald! 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 My eyes!
Siri, just embrace your baldness.
Just embrace the fact that you're a fake Star Wars fan, man. I mean, everyone else knows it. That TLJ flashback was part of how Luke Skywalker was character assassinated by Disney Star Wars. I cannot forgive that. No one can. No one in their right mind can. Unless you hate the character of Luke Skywalker, which we'll get to that.
That reached over 30 million views about Darth Vader.
Oh, wow.
And we're making the next one right now, actually. So.
Okay.
That you're sinking billions of dollars into. Theory, I think you have a serious problem right now. Like,
Is
come
he
on,
even
man.
a billionaire?
I don't know how rich he is because the guy, I don't even know if it's how successful his theory. I don't even know how successful his saber business is. I doubt it's that successful because I mean I see lots of advertisements for it, but I don't see anyone really talking about it. I forgot about his fan film. Is episode 2 ever coming? I have no idea. It may be just as delayed or as dead as Joshy Boy's comic book.
Pretty excited about that.
So also for people at home, okay, so we know the YouTube started in 2016, but probably your admiration for Star Wars started years before that. Tell us how you got into Star Wars.
I was about 5 or 6 years old. My parents introduced me to Star Wars, and the original ones, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And I was in love from get-go.
And then you shot it in the foot by selling your soul to Disney.
Yep.
So you don't love Star Wars. You hate it. Because remember, guys, he jumped onto supporting Shillington Crew when that came out. Theory failed the baldness test. Captain Sisko shaved his head to beat baldness to the punch and was awarded with a goatee. Star Trek reference right there. Hey, Mecha G75, welcome. People have an extreme talent for self-deception matched only by their ability to destroy each other. I think Theory has convinced himself that he loves Star Wars when in reality he just hates it or he doesn't actually give a crap. Because again, this guy knows like the most bare bones stuff and that's it. He doesn't even put any effort into anything else. Because if he was the Star Wars fan that he claims to be, oh, I'm fighting for George Lucas Star Wars, everybody, you wouldn't be pushing the anti-expanded universe narrative, and you wouldn't half-ass your lore videos, your expanded universe videos. But you do. Come on, man.
The hero's journey that George Lucas wrote with Luke Skywalker, it was just something that really resonated with me as a kid, and the themes in there are timeless, and it just really captivated me.
And you could tell how passionate you are about the series.
Yeah.
Tell me, why are you so passionate about SpaceCon, and how important do you think that is for our community here in San Antonio?
I think it's really important because it brings communities together and fandom together.
Yeah, it only brings together a bunch of normies. Also, I actually just remembered when I went to my first Comic-Con earlier this year, Jason Aaron was there. He was right next to Jeff Loeb. Nobody was in line waiting for him. That was hilarious. That was freaking hilarious.
Because Jeff Loeb is one of the DC writers and artists of DC Comics, right?
Yep, wrote Batman The Long Halloween.
Oh, okay.
And Batman Hush.
Oh.
But Jason Aaron has written a bunch of dog crap. Imagine if Mandalore got the attention Theory gets. That would be a sight to behold. Oh yeah, that guy. I haven't seen him in a dog's age. I do have his issue. I do have an issue with him using the term wedgins, though. But that's me, because I am too much of a Star Wars purist.
And it gives a place of belonging for people who just want to go and have some fun, maybe dress up, see some cool actors and cosplayers, and just have a good time.
And then I was going to say, like, what do you think people want to be, like, can they dress up, or how do you think they should show up to SpaceCon?
You can dress up, you can go as your favorite actor, you can go as your favorite character, you can just...
I dressed up as my own, I have a Spider-Man cosplay I threw together out of some average clothes, and that's what I wore to my Comic-Con.
In the Comic-Cons I went to, I don't do cosplays. I just wear a regular t-shirt with some animated characters. And in the last 3 years, I've actually met 3 voice actors, including Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah, you told me about that. I actually saw the 90s X-Men voice actors from a distance, but I didn't go meet them. Mecha G75. Boba didn't need to do as much as he did in the OT as his aura speaks for him. Boba Fett, the OG aura farmer. Loeb also wrote Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. Haven't read the comic, but I watched the animated adaptation, but that was awesome. In other words, Boba Fett is a badass. The real Boba Fett's a badass. I'd love to cosplay Carner Jax this Halloween, but there's no money, no time, and very unlikely to find. I wanted to dress up as the human spider, but I ran out of time. Met Kevin Conroy in person. He was an absolute gentleman. Awesome, man.
Go by yourself and be yourself and see the exhibit and see everything going on there. There's a lot to do.
Who are you most looking forward to seeing, and are you bringing a guest?
Yes, so I'm looking forward to seeing the guest I'm bringing, who's Nick Gillard, who did all...
Oh, damn it.
Wait, oh no.
Not Nick Gillard. Come on.
the lightsaber coordinator of the Star Wars prequel trilogy.
The guy who gave us some of the greatest lightsaber duels of all time. Excluding the ones from the Old Republic trailers. And the ones from the Clone Wars micro series as well.
Yeah.
The choreography and stunts for the prequel trilogy. He was a close friend of mine, and it's going to be his first real appearance at a convention for fans to come and see him. So it's a pretty big deal for the Star Wars community.
Yet no one's really talking about it because no one gives a crap anymore. The fandom is just completely apathetic now that hardly anyone cares. And I honestly find that really sad.
That's how Disney damaged the Star Wars brand. At least people cared, or should I say pretended to care, when Star Wars The Force Awakens was released, but then you had Rogue One, then The Last Jedi, then Solo, and Rise of Skywalker that basically just put more and more of the nail into the coffin.
And I was going to say, what are you most excited to share yourself, at SpaceCon?
He's going to shill out those theory sabers. Because that's all he ever does anymore. Like, he's turned into a shill for himself. It's so weird. Like, I've seen people fall to the shill side of the fandom. This guy fell to the shill side before himself. Who would be easier to cosplay? Boba Fett, original trilogy, or Jango Fett? Probably Jango. He doesn't nearly have as much accessories.
And he also has simple coloring. Boba actually has a ton of coloring.
And yeah, because his painting is chipped.
Yeah.
Meet fans. Yeah, it's always a beautiful experience.
And meeting those fans, you're going to have your sabers on display, right?
Yep.
It's going to be...
He's... Oh my gosh, I was thinking of something totally inappropriate when he said that. Oh God, why did I think that? Oh yeah, they're gonna have his saber, all right. They're gonna have his saber and ram it so hard up their exhaust port.
Guys, look, it's the Theory Savers. Buy one for $80 and you can get the next two free.
Check them out right now. I want people just to
cheaper than the ones in Disney World.
They're what?
Sorry, that somehow Theory Savers are gonna be even cheaper than the ones at Disney World.
But no less crappy.
Yep.
Gear that he's working with right now. So
we got this one right here.
That.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And you guys should be fighting with these right here. So.
Oh snap, Lord! And then
she touched his saber. Live on camera. How is this not censored?
Give her some hand sanitizer.
Quick, everybody, close your eyes.
This one is not the only one either. We got another special one coming your way.
This is thank you for Japanese special request.
Look at that. Look, see?
Yeah.
I picked this because Wicked is coming out soon, so I got to represent little
yeah, you wanted the green one. Yeah.
Yes, but obviously again.
Oh my God, she's a green Jedi. I want to cry for referencing that. Theory must be a forgotten robot master Saberman. I don't know what that means. Please explain it to me.
We're so thankful for you guys coming out with us today. And again, also want to tell you guys that SpaceCon going down this weekend, running from...
Lord, look at him. He's not even really looking at the camera. What the hell, man? You look so bored. These women have more life than you. You empty human shell.
That's what happens when you're chilling for Fate Star Wars. Your soul gets sucked out of your body more and more that you're literally standing as a statue.
Mega Man. Okay, Mega Man. Got it. Sorry for the interruption.
Shameful.
Friday through Sunday at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Halls. And again, we got the ticket.
Yeah,
Well,
who cares?
Okay, hang on. There's
Thank
like
you so much.
Thanks for
Mr.
having
Theory,
me.
okay, give me like a little, I need a little demonstration. Like,
Oh,
that's the best way to.
let's
Okay, so the
see.
best
Let's
way
see.
is-
Will this be better than anything Disney Star Wars has given us?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, you could do tricks with it. If I could just show you like this, you could start spinning it and twirling it and doing
See,
stuff like
that's
that.
much better than
Going
what
crazy.
I can do.
But you could just do a simple bang, bang like that.
Okay. Well, here we go. Here we
There
go.
you go.
Bang, bang like that. Y'all, we'll be back right after this short break on GMSA Plus.
I'd give it a
Okay.
5 out of 10.
Eh,
You got the basic moves down.
yeah.
Okay. On to the next one because we should keep this train on moving. Because oh boy, time to slay some shills. Time to have some laughs. Okay, so the Kylo Ren movie or a Kylo Ren movie idea was shot down by Disney, and now the shills are all a crying. Even the fence riders are crying. The people who claim to hate Disney Star Wars are crying because we don't get more Kylo Ren. Do you guys hate the Disney trilogy or not? There's no in between.
Well, listen to this. I literally just read a post on Twitter where a group of the Disney chills literally bought a plane to fly a banner that says "Search the Hunt for Ben Solo," and they
Oh
flew
my!
it over the Disney company.
What? How has nobody reported this yet? This is just as bad as the Acolyte billboard. Suffer not the shield to live.
Somehow, Kylo Ren returned. Wait,
Please don't make jokes like that. You're nowhere
Also-
near qualified enough to make those jokes.
Also, he almost sounded like Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars.
James Arnold Taylor.
Yeah.
Also, why the heck does he look like Asmongold? I'm not the only one seeing this, right?
no, we can't have that. Obviously, we can't have a Star Wars character who's dead return.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Well, that's at least the opinion of Disney executives like CEO Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, co-chairman.
Because God forbid Disney have any consistency, even if it's terrible consistency. Like, come on. Ironically, Disney's best move was canceling the Rey movie, even when it's too little too. Is it canceled? I thought it was still going. I think it's still going. Or
Yeah,
they're
it's
putting it
still
on hold. I think they're putting it on hold.
Yeah, it's on hold, but I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I think it'll probably get canceled if Daisy really herself isn't interested in making this movie.
Well, I do remember because I saw Mr. Grizzly's video on it earlier this week, where a lot of the shills are theorizing that Rey is going to be in a cameo in the upcoming Starfighter movie, and that's going to be the beginning of a quote unquote Rey trilogy.
Yeah,
And the idea is going to be that's going to lead up into her own movie, and then it's going to end somewhere else. I don't know. It just sounds so stupid. It's basically like, ugh. Kylo Ren. Galo Ren. I thought it was
well, here's
canceled.
also something. Well, you want to hear something stupid? They say that Amy Adams, who is confirmed to be in this movie, is supposedly playing Mara Jade Skywalker.
I just saw the news about that earlier today. Why her? I don't. Have they not butchered enough expanded universe characters? Do they actually think we want this? Come on!
We don't.
Because according to Adam Driver, they are the reason, and seemingly the sole reason, we don't have a Kylo Ren movie.
Of course, they're the sole reason. It's Disney. They make the movies. As much as it makes me want to vomit to have to say that.
As easy as I presumed.
If you haven't heard the news, Adam Driver, who of course played Kylo Ren, just revealed that he and director Steven Soderbergh were working on a Kylo Ren movie, a Ben Solo movie. They had a script written, they had people on board from Lucasfilm like Kathleen Kennedy, like Dave Filoni. They were ready to go, but the Disney executives said no. And I think there's
probably the smartest move Disney executives have made this year.
Well, make that 2021 because this happened 4 years ago.
Oh. And they're coming out with it now? Oh, wait, NDA agreements. Dang, I always never got... I think those things are just stupid. These shows definitely hate Star Wars. That's why they now want Mara J to be ruined. I'm not kidding. I have seen a lot of crazy crap on Twitter the last few days. I saw somebody who said that Courtship of Princess Leia was a terrible novel and threw it out after reading 6 chapters. They didn't even bother to finish the book.
Wow.
Yeah, I got blocked by that person after I insulted one of their followers by calling him a fake fan. Make of that what you will.
More behind this story breaking than first meets the eye. I think this could potentially be some kind of move from Adam Driver, from Steven Soderbergh, based on what they've said in this interview and the comments they've given to put pressure on Disney to make something like this. So I really want to take a closer look at
and you're going to want this movie to come out, don't you, Bombastic? You filthy Disney Battlefront 3 desiring shill!
Before we continue, I also want to point out that I know that Disney owns Lucasfilm, but for whatever reason, they're not treating it like Pixar and Marvel are running their studios. Even though they're owned by Disney, Pixar basically sets up and greenlight their own movies, their release dates, and their budgets. Marvel, regardless of what we feel about them, do the same thing. Even though they work for Disney, they're operating as if they're their own separate entity. But I think with Lucasfilm, it doesn't even sound like this is something that Kathleen Kennedy has full authority on, because it's like
Disney executives.
I mean, yeah, they have. They can come up with something of a story, but then it gets shut down by executives from Disney when it should be executives of Lucasfilm.
Well, the way I'm imagining it is that, think about it. Star Wars changed cinema forever. It is seen as one of the biggest landmark titles out there. And when Disney got their hands on it, they created 3 of the worst movies of all time. Not just like they're bad movies. No, these movies have been collectively turned into jokes. They've been systematically broken down. Film reviewers, essay YouTubers. There's so many different people who have broken down how bad The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Palpatine are, that, you know, it's like I theorize that this is the reason why the Disney executives probably want more control. And then you have The Acolyte, which they canceled because that, you know, sucked so bad it bombed worse than the holiday special and sunk them like over $1 billion. So that's why I think the Disney executives are probably putting the squeeze on Lucasfilm. But that's just a Star Wars theory. I apologize for that joke. Oh God, Amy Adams as Mara Jade. I guess there is always further to sink. I don't know how the hell we keep digging lower and lower. I've seen many fan casts for Mara Jade. So far, the one I liked most is the girl that played Jean Grey in the X-Men trilogy. I don't know her name. I wouldn't know either. I have not watched any of the X-Men movies yet.
I have. I don't know the actor's name either, but I do know who he's talking about. And I think she would do a good Mara Jade. Uh, I mean, she and Mark Hamill are almost are closer to the at the exact same closer to the exact same age, but
Age
maybe.
range. Pixar kicked out John Lasseter over a Me Too allegation. It's why all Pixar films have been terrible ever since. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that he got kicked out and wasn't even given a chance to defend himself.
Well, no. He did. He actually did refuse to defend himself because he did admitted that the stuff that he did at Pixar was bad, and he willingly allowed himself to remain at Pixar at least until they would find a successor, which is why Pete Docter is now the chief creative officer of Pixar, and Jennifer Lee, who directed both Frozen films, is now the same has the same role at Disney Animation. He's actually one of the he's actually one of the very few, if not the only people who actually admitted doing terrible things behind a studio, while other people like Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein, despite being being guilty, they still refuse to admit that they're guilty.
Right. I guess it's fitting that without George's input, the Disney trilogy became the landmark of how not to make a movie. Whereas George basically created the movies that are the landmark of how to make a movie.
And even though he didn't make the expanded universe, you still have to go to him for his approval to be like, okay, I liked it, don't change it. This is good, but this could be better. Or no, this is bad, fix it, let me help you out.
Also, it's expanded universe. Just a quick reminder. Jordan Star Wars, welcome to the stream.
That and talk about why Star Wars fans are so angry about this. This genuinely
Star Wars fans are not angry. They're happy that this isn't happening. No Star Wars fan ever wanted to see Kylo Ren come back.
Especially since he fucking died. He gave his life force to bring back a stupid character.
Exactly. No one wants to ever even return to this era at all. Like, not even in a parody joke.
If
I
I got a
see.
hold
If anything, it just shows how dirty Hollywood really is.
if I had a hold of this script, I would have been like, okay, let's use it, but instead of Ben Solo, let's just put in Anakin Skywalker. Make that the hunt for Anakin Skywalker.
It would have to
You
be
know,
not set in the Disney Star Wars series because Disney Star Wars.
yeah, but what I'm afraid is that he died in Return of the Jedi, so the whole movie, and it doesn't even have to be 2 hours long. It could just be a small, simple story of how he's slowly becoming a spirit of the Force, and how we see him in Return of the Jedi.
Well, to be fair, that took like less than 10 seconds in the original expanded universe. Okay, hang on. Okay. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
I sense much fear in you.
And I sense much fear in you. Ah, so good. I'm angry at the so-called sequel haters wishing Kylo Ren to return. OG Star Wars called that out on Twitter, like I think yesterday. If you hate the Disney trilogy, you don't want this character to come back. I said it on Twitter myself. I think the reason that these people want him to come back is because these people think that Disney Star Wars can somehow be salvaged and saved. Somehow. That is complete and total malarkey. It can't happen. It's impossible.
And also bringing back Kylo Ren honestly kind of feels like how they try to bring back his helmet in in Rise of Skywalker, where they tried to mix it apart and pull it back together, and that's it. And somehow you don't see his helmet ever again.
That was a perfect Yoda impression. I'm not exaggerating. Why, thank you, man. Thank you. I'd have to go back and rewatch when I rewatch it and see how good it was. Last I checked, Adam was done with Star Wars because of the reloads. Yeah, I heard about it. My good friend Christian Welch told me, they stalked him, they threatened his family members. And it's like, sheesh. Shippers. They're probably they're like the absolute worst of the worst. The deranged of the deranged.
It feels like another one of those missed opportunities from Disney, and that's especially.
How is this a missed opportunity, man? How? How? Tell me why.
The sentiment I'm seeing online, a lot of people saying, how can you bring back a character like Palpatine and not even explain how he came back
Somehow.
but then deny.
Which they ended up having to bullcrap their way into. They had to bullcrap they had to rip off Dark Empire even further by saying it was a clone. I pray that this is true, but I highly doubt it is. I'm sorry, Mecha G75. I want to believe it, but I simply just cannot. I can't build up the hope. I have had my hopes I have had every hope, every prayer crushed. Every time I pray for something to be good, it somehow messes up and crashes on its face. The last thing I have is the Transformers Energon universe. I can't let that die on me, or I have nothing. Solar Volu done. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. I know that all too well. I think we all of us here know that all too well. Cannibal the Dragon, welcome to the stream. I think this is your first time here. Yes, they are put that crap in Sad Sacks, Mandalorian, and more to explain how the Emperor returned. Yeah. I'm surprised nobody else has came up with the name Sad Sacks. I'm proud of that one.
Adam Driver and director Steven Soderbergh, a Kylo Ren.
Why do you have to keep saying director Soderbergh? That just sounds so odd that you have to constantly keep referring to the director Soderbergh. Like, what the heck, man?
Film. And just like
Khalil, feel free to jump in, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Stay.
Yes, sir.
I don't want people to think you died on stream. So.
No, sorry. It's just I literally came back from watching a movie, so I'm a little bit tired.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, that's fine. We'll probably cover like maybe two more videos after
most
this.
things in Star Wars recently, it doesn't make much sense to me. Hey everyone, it's Andrew.
Add.
Predator.
Isn't Predator doing pretty crap these days?
Yep.
Figures. Okay, I'm gonna let this play.
I think Adam Driver's comments about this whole situation are quite interesting, and it feels like there's some external motive. He says that he's able to talk about it now. I assume because enough time has passed. He said he's been in talks.
Chances are it's an NDA.
Yeah, the agreement finally expired. He was able to finally speak about it.
I honestly hate NDAs. I just feel like they're so odd. Like, what? What the hell did I just look up? Damn! Oh crap! I thought our videos would be shorter.
Which ones?
I'm looking at Grace Randolph. I was wondering if we could cover her, but doesn't look like she uploaded a video of the news surrounding Kylo Ren. Meh. That's good. I don't want to stare at this dead-eyed woman any longer than I have to.
No, you shouldn't.
Why does Bombastic look tired? Chances are this guy has spent every waking moment when he's not making videos playing Battlefront 2 in a desperate attempt to get EA to make a Battlefront 3.
Or maybe he was trying to take care of his kids, being awake to try to calm them down every night.
I find my joke funnier, man. He looks like he crawled out of the sewer. I mean, to be fair, he is a Disney shill, so of course he lives in a sewer. NDAs are a way for corporations to put shackles on people, usually to hide unethical, if not right, illegal activity. Okay, I am totally justified in hating NDAs.
Also, somebody from the chat, if you could find this on the internet, can corporations extend NDAs? Like, imagine, because Adam Driver's able to talk about this, so his stuff must have expired. Is there a way for them to extend the NDA so they wouldn't say anything? Even if Adam Driver is no longer making Star Wars stuff for Disney, maybe they want to keep his mouth shut about the bad stuff that we did because we don't want him ruining our reputation more than it is.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, this is Disney we're talking about. The same company that extended the length of a copyright claim. So it's like you have to wait forever for something to get released to public domain. I had been talking about doing another one since 2021. Kathleen Kennedy had reached out. I always said, with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I loved that character and loved playing him. Screw you, Adam Driver. Although, to be fair, you did end up saying you were done with Star Wars. So either this is a filthy lie, or that was a filthy lie, or you were like, when did he say this?
It says 2021, so
I've been talking about doing another one since 2021. I'm no expert. My guess would be through a contract extension or continual bribery/ransom.
About doing more Star Wars since 2021, and I always was interested in doing another Star Wars. But he also might just be trying to create some buzz around the project and potentially put some pressure on Disney to greenlight this thing and actually get it made. The movie,
dude, hate to break it to you, but if Disney hasn't budged on renewing the Acolyte, I highly doubt you're going to get anywhere either. But hey, at least you're making an ass out of yourself, so we can, get some views on it off of it.
Yep.
So the good guys win.
It was to be called The Hunt for Ben Solo, which I think is an interesting title. I'm not sure they should stick with that if they were to release this. And he says, but it's no more, so I can finally talk.
The Hunt for Ben Solo, and it was really cool, but it is no more, so I can finally talk about it. It was really cool. I'm willing to bet that's code for it was really crappy. I'm skeptic about how legitimate Adam's statement is. I'm skeptical of everything involving Disney Star Wars.
About it, meaning it's entirely shut down and they're no longer, I guess, even looking at developing the project. Or is he? That's the real question here. Let's dig in a little further. I think it's quite telling that he specifically calls out a bunch of Lucasfilm and Disney staff by name. He talked about being approached by Kathleen Kennedy to work on something new, and that Steven Soderbergh put together a story which they pitched to Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy was on board, Carrie Beck, vice president of Lucasfilm, was on board, and Dave Filoni was also interested.
Of course Dave Filoni was interested. He probably hates Star Wars more than anyone else actually there. The guy was killing Star Wars even when George was there.
They were interested.
Adam Driver
so the
even goes
Oops.
as far to
Sorry. You were saying?
Sorry, they were interested, so the filmmakers then pull in Scott S. Burns to write a script. Driver calls the result one of the most coolest fucking scripts I've ever been a part of. Sure.
Right. And the Duel of the Fates script was amazing.
call it one of the coolest scripts he'd ever been a part of. He
I
said that
noticed they're saying cool, but they're never actually going to genuinely describe it.
they loved the idea, they totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. But then, this next part's interesting. He specifically calls out the Disney executives. He says they took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They were the ones to say no to this thing, to shut it down. And seemingly because they didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, and that was that.
You know, they say that everything that happened in IDW Transformers is Shockwave's fault. Everything that happens in Disney Star Wars is Bob Iger's fault.
Yeah.
What's so cool about Temu Jason Solo? Nothing. Not even his mask. Or his lightsaber.
No.
Stupid ass lightsaber. Give me Darth Maul's double-bladed lightsaber any day of the week. Talk about the overuse of the word cool.
I wouldn't be surprised
Was that?
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from Lucasfilm, a spokesperson for Lucasfilm, took what Adam Driver said and just added the word cool on top of it to make it sound like, cool or even less cringe.
Figures. Don't mess with comic Shockwave. He isn't the Megatron bootleg from the cartoon. Depends on which comic you're talking about. If you're talking about the Marvel comics, absolutely.
So you're telling me that the Disney CEO is the one making the decisions of which characters live and which characters aren't alive anymore, and therefore they shouldn't develop more projects?
No, you idiot. Bob Iger is the one who gets to decide where his money's going. What projects to invest money in? Do you not know how this works?
Also, by this point, Bob Iger wasn't even the CEO by that time. His successor, quote unquote, was Bob Chapek.
Until he got fired on a Sunday at some concert.
Yep.
Over a text. The funniest firing I have ever seen in my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Temu Jason Solo wielding a Temu Revan mask. Ooh.
They're okay with doing stuff like
Somehow Palpatine returned.
and it's not only what all of Adam Driver's specifically.
The Rise of Palpatine was during Bob Chapek, right?
No, it was during Bob Iger because
Okay.
Chapek became the CEO early 2020.
Okay. Just checking.
Said that I think can be telling as to what they're trying to do here. We even have a statement from Steven Soderbergh about the project. He said, I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I'm just sorry the fans won't get to see it. And
not us. We're not sorry. We're happy. Gee, we don't get to have another Kylo Ren movie. But we're happy!
Was that a reference to a Tom and Jerry cartoon?
Yes, that was a Tom and Jerry reference.
Nice.
it's this kind of statement that I think.
Oh, sorry. You talk about Tom and Jerry, and I was like, I cannot wait to buy the Blu-ray set.
Me neither.
All 114 restored Looney Tunes shorts made by Hanna-Barbera.
You hear that, guys?
1940 to 1958.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it myself. Watch it with my siblings.
From what before we continue, that set is going to be released on December 2nd. You'd probably have to go to a Walmart to see if they have it or Amazon Prime.
No problem.
And
Revan is face
in front,
palming. Revan is face palming so hard that it sends tremors through the force. You were saying, Khalil?
no, sorry. We can let's continue.
Right.
Think is what's getting us all together, getting me to make videos like this and kind of spread the word about why they're not making this project and why maybe they should be. I'm not necessarily
Okay, dude, you're a Rey lover. I mean, to be fair, if you like Disney Star Wars in general, you're a Rey lover, but you're just further confirming it, man. Your career is finished. This is the end. You're doomed.
saying it's the greatest idea and the greatest narrative idea to bring back Ben Solo, but I think a lot of people would agree, no matter what you think of the sequels, Adam Driver's performance as Kylo Ren and Ben Solo is one of the standout features of the sequels.
No, it isn't. There's like absolutely nothing stand out about these movies except for how dog crap they are.
I think there'd certainly be some ideas to explore as to
It also is kind of funny how he says that there's standout moments in these movies, and yet he's using clips of Ben and Ray fighting the Praetorian guards, and that is very, very badly choreographed.
Yeah, it's been broken down by hundreds of people beforehand.
Literally, one of them is just waiting for their turns and just move out of the way as if they were fighting on one side, but they were on their back.
There's always a bigger fish.
Classic line.
Just so long as they don't censor the old Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry cartoons.
Oh no, they actually confirm it. It's all 114 Tom and Jerry shorts, including the ones that are very outdated, with the blackface gags and one where Jerry literally paints himself black and becomes a pretends to be a African cannibal to make fun of Tom.
Yeah, I was actually watching a video on that one a while about last week.
But we also had to make sure that those particular cartoons don't actually get censored again, because I can just see some of them Warner Brothers in their archive division being like, actually, maybe we shouldn't release it. No, release those cartoons. I don't care if we get uncomfortable. We can't censor our history.
Preserve history.
Exactly.
Honestly, I find racist caricatures hilarious. Hey, humor is subjective, man.
It is.
I mean, to be fair, I enjoy a cartoon where Popeye literally beats up Native Americans. And that's purely for the fact it's a fun Popeye cartoon. Fight choreography in classic Godzilla is leagues better than Disney Star Wars choreography. Ah, yes, I'll jump up and slide on the ground with my tail. I find that clip so damn hilarious. I actually have to watch those with my brother just to laugh.
number one, how he survived. Number two, the path he'd gone down with the dark side.
Survived? Dude, he's dead. He didn't survive.
He literally gave his entire life force to Rey to bring her back to life. After that, he disappeared along with his mom.
Okay, because the blackface gags were funny.
Maybe for a couple seconds, maybe they were funny. Obviously, not anymore nowadays. But yeah, humor by that time is considered objectively funny.
I mean, I personally don't get, that kind of stuff would fly over my head regardless. I would just see it as like a funny joke. But that's me. That's a me thing.
Yeah, I get it.
And also the juxtaposition of his character to Darth Vader. I feel like there's so many narrative elements to explore here. In a lot of ways,
There are none. Come on, man. Stop embarrassing yourself. Sit down.
Also, I think he's using a clip of that Kylo Ren versus Vader fight video.
If this was real Star Wars, Darth Vader would absolutely kill this guy without a second thought. It wouldn't even be a freaking challenge.
No.
as Kylo Ren was living in the shadow of Vader, aspiring to...
Yep, you were right.
Call it. I literally seen that video a couple of times, and obviously,
How bad is it?
It's not that bad. I mean, I do like to see Vader actually giving him a beatdown, but this was made by a Disney show, so obviously Kylo Ren, he defeats Vader, almost like in the same style as Star Killer in the evil ending of The Force Unleashed.
Nobody should ever have to rip off Galen Merrick's stuff. Come on, man.
to be more like Vader, I guess.
I'd argue that diversity is racism in disguise of misplaced pity. I would say that could be... I mean, to an extent, I would say that is the case. I mean, you got the Acolyte or the Kenobi show where they hid behind the race of someone they put in there. But I would say it's, a case-by-case basis.
Well, I never actually seen Kenobi nor the Acolyte, and I really don't care to, so I really can't comment on that.
My dad just gave me the opportunity to watch Disney shows without having a Disney Plus account, meaning I have the pleasure of reviewing Disney crap, meaning I can watch and review your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and suffer. The things I do for this channel. But seriously, though, somebody needs to speak up about that show. Good gosh. I'm sorry for going. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. But we're gonna kind of pull that back now. I don't want my channel to erupt into a complete war zone.
Please don't.
You are a pirate. Welcome aboard. Do what you want for a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
For me. I love pirates.
You could say, and follow in his footsteps. And I think there's a lot more questions around the morality of this that could
Gosh darn, what did they do to Vader's helmet?
potentially be...
That wasn't even his actual burnt helmet. If you compare it to this one, to the actual burnt helmet in Return of the Jedi, they look completely different.
They couldn't even get that right. Robbie Rotten is the GOAT. I remember seeing Lazy Town as a kid. I do remember. Was that on Noggin when I was a kid? Because I remember I used to watch Noggin.
No, it was on Nickelodeon.
Oh, Nick Jr.? Because
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I watched Noggin and then I jumped to Nick Jr. At some point. But yeah, I love Lazy Town. I loved a lot of shows as a kid. He is number one. Hey.
Wait, who was number one? Kylo Ren?
Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town.
All right, the villain. My bad.
It's okay. Easy mistake. But hey, at least we're all having fun here. I hope Mecha G75 is feeling better from earlier.
explored in a Kylo Ren Ben Solo film that weren't explored in the sequels. There's certainly a lot of material there, and it seems like based on what they're saying, they did have a cool story, a cool idea, and a
They didn't even explain what the story was, man.
I mean, do they
It's
have to
cool,
explain?
or it was the coolest thing. I mean, honestly, come on, Dave Filoni. How are you? No way, it was Adam Driver who said it was the coolest script he ever saw. Dang, I got that confused for a second. Come on, man. It's cool. That's too vague.
Also, do they even have to explain it? Because I think if you follow the story is pretty much self-explanatory. It could literally start with him as Kylo Ren for the first 30 minutes, and then the rest of the movie is him returning as Ben Solo. I mean, it's not exactly. It's very self-explanatory.
If you want to be villain number one, you're gonna have to catch a hero on the run. Okay, more song lyrics. Dang. Lore Master Chris, welcome to the stream, man. Wow, for once, Bombastic isn't trying to make Battlefront 3 happen. I know, it's a miracle, right? Honestly,
Wait a minute.
what?
Wait a minute. Is this a Battlefront 3 from the Disney era or the
Yes,
original?
he's been demanding a EA Battlefront 3 for the longest time now. Like, this guy has degraded into becoming an EA shill. Like, he's no longer even a Disney shill. He's an EA shill, which is just as bad.
But for which character? Iden Versio's daughter?
No, he wants Battlefront 3, like just Battlefront 3. He does. I don't think he even has any actual he just wants a game called Battlefront 3 to release. Thanks for asking, and I'm doing a little better thanks to your stream. Hey, if I can help a guy feel better, then I consider that a victory. The same guys that made the OG Battlefront games also made a Lord of the Rings one. It was great too. Okay. Yes, I remember Mr. Grizzy covered that. He shilled for Star Wars Outlaws. Now Ubisoft is asking their employees to voluntarily get laid off. Lol. Oh. Stings, but it feels so good to win.
cool script.
I mean, who is willing to pay $80 for one game?
Not me. I'm strictly going retro. Or I'm going with games that are a bit cheaper. I already pre-ordered the next SpongeBob title. It's called Lord of Rings Conquest. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll probably get that for my siblings. I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, but they like it pretty well.
Not only this, though, Adam Driver also talks about wanting to be judicial about how to spend money and be economical with it. Basically,
What? You're not the damn producer, man. You're the actor.
Well, some actors tend to be executive producers where they help finance the budget and the schedules.
I mean, what does he even mean by be economical? Is it don't let the budget balloon or some crap like that?
Well, we did learn that the budget for Rise of Skywalker ballooned to over $600 million.
And the Acolyte was like over $1 billion.
No, it was. No, I don't think so. Well, maybe it felt like $1 billion, but it was more like maybe 300 million. And yet it looks like a.
But okay, I just looked it up. Between the Acolyte is between 180 to 230. It's between 180 million and 230 million. I thought it was like over $1 billion. I must be losing my mind. Pokemon fanboys, unfortunately, will spend $80 or more for slop. Nintendo fanboys would as well. Nintendo fanboys. There's a reason why I no longer I boycotted. I have a riddle. Oh no, it's the Riddler. He's hacked Mecha G75. I see nothing, but hear everything, and even then I live in a fantasy land. What am I? You're a delusion!
Yes.
Haha. This feels like a story that only the hardcore shills are taking seriously. Everyone else is laughing it off. Nobody really cares about this Kylo movie. Nobody cares about Disney Star Wars in general. Bombastic is clickbait trash. Welcome to the stream, Jorge Lucas. Andor's budget was $645 million. This is money laundering. Why? How is Disney not shut down yet? Come on.
They seriously think with a bigger budget they can get more profits. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Hey, I was just about to finish that line. Great minds think alike. Why should anyone care? It sounds like a rehash of Search for Spock starring the bastardized Jason Solo. I call that no buys. Okay, there's an account I follow on Twitter that made this excellent joke. It's non-binary. Eh? I'll see myself out. They need to fund the crack supply somehow. Can I get some of that? Can I get some of that stuff? Because I would love to be wherever the hell they are. Brandon, you got the answer. Woo! I proved I'm the Batman. I'm Batman, everybody. I'm the Batman. I got it. First try, too. Ooh. You guys are you're on fire tonight, chat. They're committing Mary suicide.
Suicide.
I love this. It's these kind of streams that make it all worthwhile.
To get it done as cheap as possible, but still obviously with great substance. You said they wanted to do it for less than most, but in the same...
Great substance. What's that?
So funny.
Disney doesn't even know what those two words mean. They can't even make movies with substance, let alone great substance. The only substance their movies are filled with is shit.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Empire Strikes Back being, in my opinion, the standard of what those movies were.
But he is, to me, one of my favorite directors of all time. He lived his code, lived his ethics, doesn't compromise. Oh,
who is he
Lord.
talking about?
I think the director, or maybe Urban Kirchner?
I don't know. It seems weird how this is framed. KK would just fire the director halfway through post-production.
Just like
spirit of what those movies are, which is handmade and character driven. He references Empire Strikes Back as being the template, being, in my opinion, the standard of what those movies were. And these kind of statements in an interview like this is almost him trying to twist the arm of Disney, being like, hey, make this movie for me. It's not necessarily going to cost you too much. Take the risk. What have you got to lose?
Nothing at this point because nobody's actually going to go watch it. Also, Bob Iger jump scare. Like, come on, man. What do they have to lose? Honestly, nothing, because frankly, no one's going to even go see this film.
No. Anybody who tried to make this movie for, let's say, $120 million, they're still not going to make a lot of money at the box office. Like,
Exactly.
They would only make the exact same money as The Flash did, which is over 200.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jorge Lucas. Imagine thinking that people would give a damn about Darth Vader wannabe Kylo Ren in 2025. Iger's soulless corporate stooge face.
Well, there are some people who care about this Ben Solo movie, but it's basically the 10 people on this fucking planet that cares about it on Twitter.
And all of them being fake fans or Raylo shippers. Jedi Prime, welcome to the stream. Hello there. Sounds like just another Renew the Acolyte scenario. A very vocal minority want this. Yeah, I actually made the comparison earlier.
Everything!
People are also comparing this to Ryan Reynolds admitting to leaking the Deadpool test footage years and years ago, which is eventually...
Did he actually admit to that? I thought nobody knows how the hell that got leaked.
I don't know if he actually did that, but I imagine he just said it because he wanted people to pay it, maybe to pay attention to Deadpool and Wolverine, or that the people who actually leaked it don't get blackballed by Hollywood.
He has a slight derp eye. Oh, hell no.
what got the audience interested in a Deadpool movie, which is why we now have the Deadpool saga. It's essentially these actors...
Yeah, two good movies and one that was honestly just Spider-Man No Way Home, but for Deadpool and X-Men and Fox.
Yeah. But the difference between that is that people actually give a damn about Deadpool. By that point, people's interest in Star Wars was even before The Force Awakens, it was slowly dwindling.
Is trying to show that there is interest for a project like this. And the fact the same thing is happening right now with the Kylo Ren movie, so many people are talking about it, so many people are up...
The what? Oh, no, wait, the Kylo Ren.
And the fact the same thing is happening right now with the Kylo Ren movie, so many people are talking about it, so many people
are talking about... Dude, we're mostly talking about it to crap on it. We're not actually, nobody is demanding Disney, make this film, except the idiots. And even then... And for the record, people only think Kylo Ren is a good character because he's Hans and Leia's son. Without connection, he's just a bipolar simp. Not to mention, Han and Leia canonically have 2 sons.
And a daughter.
And then a granddaughter. Deadpool and Wolverine is overrated trash. Sean Levy isn't going to cook with Starfighter.
No, I don't think so.
Think so on what? The Deadpool and Wolverine?
No. I understand it's overrated, but I just don't think that Starfighter is going to be the game changer for bringing Star Wars fan back.
Absolutely, especially if it's going to have Rey in it. Of course not. Also, we already got We already got Starfighter. It came out on the PS2 years ago.
Yeah, but don't expect that particular story to be adapted into a movie. They'll just do it exactly like they did with Avengers: Age of Ultron. Just make something else and just stick the title.
Yeah, because it barely had anything to do with the actual comic, which sucks because I like Ultron.
It's not happening means that Adam Driver making these comments public, making it known that there was a cancelled Kylo Ren movie, that they have a script, and it's just up to Disney to say yes, I think it's a clear sign that he's trying to send a message here. He's trying to get Disney on his side and be like, hey, just, can we make this movie, please? The fans want to see it. I want to do it.
The fans don't want to see it, and Disney's not going to listen. I mean, the only way I see them listening is if by some gosh darn miracle the Rey movie does any good. And that's assuming the Mandalorian and Grogu movie does any good, which they're not. It's not.
The script. Let's just do it.
Do it. Screw you. Palpatine would rather order the Death Star to fire on this corporation.
Yep.
Ugh! I hate the non-skippable ads. I watched the first 10 minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine and then turned it off. Absolute slop. It's just another... For a second, I thought this was an ad for Disneyland. Gosh darn it. It's just another case of KK hiring someone who made headlines, just like Taika Waititi. Yeah, I've noticed that. It's definitely a case of they're not even hiring people that I would think could make a good Star Wars movie. Like Taika Waititi literally said, "I destroy your lore in a second."
With
When it
Thor,
came to
Love and
making Thor
Thunder.
Dumb and Dumber.
Not to mention, he was also the same person who wanted to offer a Star Wars role to Natalie Portman, only for her to remind him that, actually, I was in Star Wars. In the prequels? Oh, shit.
Yeah. When your guy doesn't even know who's in the damn movies, then you have a problem. Good casting choice for a pilot, Kathleen Kennedy. Ryan Gosling can have one eye focused on his targeting computer, while the other eye looks at an asteroid off in the distance.
Nice.
Good job, Kathleen Kennedy. Great job. Remember that Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron movie, which got canceled when everyone saw Wonder Woman 1984? Oh, that got canceled? I thought that was just stuck in limbo hell.
Well, it did get canceled, but then I think I also heard that they're probably trying to bring it back.
Not that anyone would go see it. It's not going to compare to the X-Wing books.
On his side, a highly respected, successful director over the years.
Who?
I think that's Peyton Reed, the director for the Ant-Man movies.
X-Men?
And he also he also directed 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, including the Luke Skywalker one.
Okay, so he's directed crap. Got it. It was all for the best. Welcome, Arachnid Youth. Yeah, it was for the best that this movie got canned. It's one of those silently canceled projects, just like the Rian Johnson trilogy. Thank goodness.
Yeah, Bob Iger said that 2 years ago that they had quietly canceled some projects because they needed to clean up house for the damage that his supposed successor Bob Chapek has done. I think this was one of those projects.
We decided to make our own story. Good job. That bastard was supposed to get a trilogy? Why? I don't know, because Rian Johnson thought we hadn't suffered enough. Hey, Lord Master Chris got a win. Side note, I finally got blocked by Joshy Boy. Hashtag Unity.
Nice.
Great W, Lord Master Chris. Great W.
He's had so many successes with Ocean's 11, Aaron Brockovich, Contagion, Magic Mike. Some people are saying
I think I only saw Ocean's 11 and then I completely forgot about it. I think I completely blanked out on that movie.
Definitely wouldn't make sense to bring back Kylo Ren, considering the ending he was given in The Rise of Skywalker. I really don't think that matters, honestly. I mean, they brought back Palpatine, they brought back Darth Maul, they brought back Boba Fett.
Like a bantha.
Oh my god. Boba Fett did not die in the Sarlacc pit. I can understand people thinking that Palpatine coming back is a bit of a stretch. Darth Maul, absolutely not. That guy is dead. Also, screw you. Screw you for bringing this up.
Why are we drawing the line at Kylo?
I'm looking.
We drew the line at what they did to Boba Fett and Palpatine, you idiot. Did you not see anyone making fun of the movie? Kylo Ren died of cringe.
So did the audience.
No one's ever really gone. Not in Disney Star Wars. This is starting to read like a bad comic book plot.
Not even in Lord of the Rings.
So when is Disney going to give us Count Dooku's head in a jar? What is it? Is it going to be a Mr. Freeze from the new Batman Adventures?
No, because half of that separatist shit went into the other side of Coruscant, and his body, his hands, and they said that probably were only in that section of Coruscant, probably splattered.
Don't think about it. It's Disney Star Wars. Disney Star Wars, where common sense goes to die.
To having some real talk with some real folks.
Adam Driver, big, successful AAA Star Wars Hollywood actor. Steven Soderbergh, hugely successful.
Adam Driver, an actor who has starred in 3 bad movies and kind of nothing else.
In an HBO series.
Why not bring back Luke, Han, and Leia at this point? Why not? Why not bring back Anakin?
Don't give him ideas.
Quickly, we mustn't give Disney any ideas. Again, all brilliant minds here in my channel. I have brilliant minds in the chat. I have brilliant minds with my co-host. We are all intellectuals here. Arachnid Youth. Nah, his head's going to be floating in stasis in a female robot body like Hawkeye from Marvel Zombies.
Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, I remember. I've seen the images from a video from weeks ago. Dang.
Full Hollywood director. Both want to make a Star Wars movie. Got the script ready. Disney, let's do it, man. What have we got to lose?
Exactly.
Everything. We can lose money.
Your money, your health, your sanity.
Disney's already lost their sanity. What are you talking about? Death is just it's merely a flesh wound. Only need 10 minutes in a Bacta tank. I mean, oh man, I actually got around to seeing Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I'm not dead.
I mean, they had a whole expanded universe to make content out of, but they said, nah, it'll be fine. I highly recommend you check it out, Arachnid Youth, if you haven't. The expanded universe. It's great stuff. Actually, I have an announcement. I just made public some audio dramas of the expanded universe. They are publicly available on my channel. So you guys can experience some expanded universe material. That movie is amazing. I love the opening credits joke with the moose. Your deadbeat eyes are really getting me hyped, Bombastic. Slow down, man. If he gets any more deadbeat, we may have to get the towels in here. Get the holy hand grenade. The most I've experienced the expanded universe is from the Jedi Academy game. Well done, my friend. Allow us to guide you into one of the greatest things in America, one of the greatest creations in Western fiction. Bombastic is literally the definition of a has-been.
Exactly.
So let's talk about how they would bring Ben Solo back, because in a lot of ways, I think he is kind of easier to revive than a character like Palpatine. And I think
How?
No.
His body disappeared.
He can only return as a Force ghost. That's it.
And I don't even think
Other
he can because he didn't undergo the training.
I mean, is that what the Rey movie's gonna be?
Oh,
Him trying to find the soul of Ben Solo?
I pray to God that is not the case. Remember in Vector Prime where it was revealed that Chewbacca somehow survived getting crushed by that moon? They're just going to say he hid under a dumpster. Don't worry, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, dude, if I'm speaking too loudly. I typically have a loud voice. My bad.
in some way they would need to also include Rey in this movie, even if it was only brief.
Stop the video for a moment. How the hell did he get to where the Death Star is in that episode, in that shot? I mean, did
You
he
know what?
use their...
I don't know.
Also, he could have used his helmet in this scene since they spent literally God knows how many scenes establishing a group of in- first order workers fixing and building his helmet, and yet he doesn't use it here. Literally, the last time you see him use it is when he speaks Palpatine via the Force.
What's worse, Ray looking for Kylo's soul or a Yuhei Bong ripoff? Is there really any kind of decision to be made there? Well, Brandon, according to Rise of Skywalker, Force ghosts like Luke and Yoda can now hold lightsabers and lift X-Wings. Because why not? I'm black and you're somehow louder than me. What can I say? I'm a gifted individual. I bet Bombassa has some Raylo fan art framed in his room. I bet he's got it stuffed under the mattress, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
I feel like the best idea.
And his wife is probably like, honey, can you move those photos away from us?
And it makes no sense for Yoda to burn that Jedi tree down. Yep.
Would be that because Ben Solo gave Rey his life energy at the end of Rise of Skywalker, he exists somewhere within Rey. So,
oh god, that's some Kingdom Hearts bullcrap right there. That's Kingdom Hearts levels of bullcrap. Give all the Raylos the Palpatine shock therapy treatment. Unlimited power!
I guess could be reborn from her somehow. Midi-chlorians, who knows, man. He could also potentially come back as a Force ghost and then somehow also be reborn, be given a new life. I've always held the opinion that Ben Solo should have survived at the end of Rise of Skywalker, potentially instead of Rey. I like the idea of him having to live with the guilt of what he's done. Live with the guilt of having gone down the dark side of the Force and the consequences of that. Rey dying in the end, potentially. But we all know Disney can't kill the Disney princess, which is potentially why we got the ending we did. And
except they did kill the princess. They killed Leia.
A literal princess.
I guess it would have been a much darker ending if Ben Solo were to survive.
I really learned a lot, and people are gonna love the new me.
But we can always have hope. Clearly, Adam
Nobody's gonna love the new you, if it ever came out.
Driver and Steven Soderbergh do. And I especially like the fact they've referenced wanting to make it a character-driven story. Like I said, I think Kylo's character, Ben's character, is infinitely one of the most interesting characters from the sequel trilogy. Who he is, his blood.
Nah, he's not.
The only person that's the most interesting is Finn.
Exactly. Like, he's the only one who had any real promise. He should have been the main character.
A stormtrooper who defected to the good side. I mean, that is very interesting. But you have people theorizing he was a Jedi.
And then you have Rian Johnson doing his thing. It's like the trilogy wanted Kylo to be the anti-Darth Vader, where he starts out evil as hell, but he and Rey end up switching places where she's evil and he's good. I love how Disney wanted to push the Force's female narrative, yet everyone prefers the evil white guy. What the hell is this headcanon, if you even call it that? I don't know. I always looked at their battles, and Kylo fights more like a Jedi than Rey. Damn. I never noticed. Well, to be fair, she is swinging her lightsaber around like a baseball bat, so.
And Kylo was trained by a Jedi. Because
and yet he somehow got, and yet somehow he constantly got his ass kicked.
And I highly doubt Snoke would have given any lightsaber training.
Explanation for any plot hole. 'Cause the Force. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of how Transformers explained away every single continuity issue ever. Multiverse shenanigans. Yeah, but she fights with hella aggression. Now that you think about it, you actually have a point. The only memorable things about Kylo Ren are the memes where Adam Driver does a racist rant. I have never heard of those before.
Me neither.
Man of culture. I heard that Abrams wanted Kylo to be someone who becomes more and more progressively evil to the point he's irredeemably evil, unlike with Darth Vader. Because of the Force. Because I'm Batman.
Had to go through, the decisions he's made, going down the dark side, it not living up to the expectation of what he thought it would be, him not necessarily being respected, the anger, the frustration. There's so much to play with there. And I think it's also interesting how everyone is kind of turning their frustration towards Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney. People now saying he is the real problem and the real decision maker behind the direction of Star Wars, why we are where we are now, which is...
I mean, you also have Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, J.J. Abrams, Ryan Johnson, the guy who took a piss while on production of The Acolyte. You got a lot of people to blame, dude.
Yeah, and they all deserve blame, but like I mentioned a couple moments before, looks like even Kathleen Kennedy doesn't have the final say of what to do and what not to do in Star Wars. All of that is Bob Iger. At least Kevin Feige had the final say on what Marvel project is to be budgeted and greenlight and what doesn't. And Pete Docter has the final say on what Pixar movie is budgeted and greenlight.
I don't have a Discord yet. Oh man, dude, if you got a Discord, that would be amazing. We have a pretty good fun time on mine. And I always link it down in the description below. I'm not going to lie, it was a little off-putting when Kylo got jealous of Finn and called him the N-word out of nowhere. Oh, that would have been funny.
I don't know, man. Where are we?
Good shot, baby.
Isn't it strange that the CEO of the company is the one?
I have no damn clue. I'm lost. Check your DMs. Wait, do me check my DMs? Okay. I actually have my phone on me right now. There. Thank you, Lore Master Chris. I see it. Why? I totally forgot I was arguing with this other idiot who just started sending me the most delusional crap ever. Like, what the hell, man? He was a fake Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, so I, gotta do what I gotta do. Because for me, gatekeeping doesn't just stop at Star Wars. I'm sorry, did Grogu just talk? No, that wasn't him. It was Babu Freak.
Babu Freak.
Of course, we all love Babu Freak. Babu Freak is a treasure. Screw you. Uh-oh. I think StreamYard is having issues with me. I can't move my chat. I think it fixed itself. Okay. Tech issues. They're fun. How can we still succeed taking in what we don't need? Did Lore Master Chris send you the racist Kylo Ren videos? Yeah. Okay. I'll check them out after stream. Thank you, Lore Master Chris.
Making the decisions about which characters have to stay dead. I mean, is that based on sales projections? They don't think they're going to be able to sell enough Kylo Ren action figures or something like that? That seems absurd. And if I'm honest, this project's kind of...
That's Disney, baby. Dude, that's Disney.
Sounds cooler and more interesting than a lot of the other movies and series that are being made at the moment. So can you all do me a favor and leave a comment if you'd also like to see this movie get made? If you want to see the Ben Solo movie. And also I'd like...
No. You want a movie about one of the only characters people liked from our trilogy? No, my friend. Have a Rey trilogy. No one liked Kylo Ren, you idiot. Dislike. I feel like Finn and Kylo Ren / Ben Solo were the strongest parts of the sequel Disney trilogy, and they don't even want to give us that. Dislike. Bob Iger turned out to be the real Phantom Menace. Dude, he wasn't even that subtle about it.
Nope.
Hashtag the hunt for Ben Solo.
No.
I don't have anything hard to hit my head against right now. Okay. I got time for one last video. In defense of James Gunn by Acquired Takes, who also thought Thunderdolts was a good movie. So we're in for a treat, chat. No, nothing but Borg drones. What, do we have to recalibrate our frequencies to take these people out? I wish. Did it. Disclaimer, I normally talk about movies, but a filmmaker I'm fascinated by is making a lot of good superhero content. Some of it's TV. I was just talking about what I like. I wanted to get my thoughts on the season off my chest, so here they are. Hope you guys are well. Oh, Christ.
Consider this more journaling than journalism. Enjoy the video.
Making a lot of good superhero content? No, he hasn't. Superman bombed at the box office, and it's not even that good a movie. And Peacemaker Season 2 fell off the charts. That was a disaster. And honestly, nobody really talked about the Creature Commandos show. It's LexCorp, not Luthor Corp. Oh boy, the Gun Bros make the Disney shields look reasonable by comparison. Oh boy. Ready, Khalil?
Yeah.
很多 information，我有一个错误，我必须说现在。
Okay, here we go. We already see what kind of guy this is. Ranting for Vengeance, Jester Bell, and 2 Jeremy Geeks and Gamers videos. Already we can tell what side of the fence this guy's going to be on. I mean, not that, James, Ranting for Vengeance is, the most brilliant guy in the box. And I think Geeks and Gamers is a grifter. I could be wrong about that, but I'd have to double check. I know Jester Bell so far has been on the up and up, but it looks like, but at least we already know this guy is going to be upfront about the fact that we can't take him seriously. Quest for Peace is unironically better than Superman 2025. Oh man, it's been a while since I've seen that film. Good reason. Snyder fans are claiming credit for this one. I just had a Vietnam War flashback hearing Ranting for Vengeance. John Cena bootlicking China.
就是很重要，我爱更尊重。
Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker. I know these 2 are grifters.
中国跟中国人。对不起，我很抱歉。
Okay, I've been seeing a lot of videos dogging on James Gunn, okay? Straight up hounding my boy about the...
Ooh, he sounds triggered, chat. This is gonna be fun. Oh. You ready? This is gonna be fun. Galileo, please tell me you didn't die on stream.
No, here. No, sorry, I'm here.
Okay. I need to keep a steady pace, man. It's almost over. This is the last video for the night.
All right.
Peacemaker Season 2 finale, and not just from the grifters I usually see trying with all their...
Oh, there we go. He called them grifters. If you don't like James Gunn, you're a grifter. Hey. Didn't. And we're only 30 seconds into the video. No matter who wins, we all lose. Gunn deserves every bit of that mockery. Peacemaker was always a crap Z-lister. I don't know why Warner Brothers tries to push him. It's because James Gunn really likes using Z-listers.
To stir the pot when sometimes it's like an empty fucking pot, dude. But no, everyone unanimously agrees season 2 is not the best thing James Gunn has ever done. When it ended, I was just a little baffled. Before seeing it, James Gunn had built this thing up like it was his magnum opus, glazing the hell out of it, saying it was the best thing he'd ever done. The premiere is good. We kick off where we left it, and pretty faithfully, but now it's way more deeply connected to the DC universe as a whole. But at the same time, the story season 2 is telling is way more low-key than Superman or even Peacemaker season 1. And
What?
Well, I've seen the second season, and what he's talking about is how Peacemaker's character arc in the movie almost went down the toilet in the season 2 finale.
Oh, yay, they undid all of that hard work, meaning nothing matters.
Basically, a lot of the complaints I've been hearing from people is that episode 7 is the actual season finale, and the episode 8 just feels like a 1 hour post-credit scene.
I didn't know that I don't know what grifter even means. I'll explain it later. Peacemaker did flop. It didn't even chart. Gunn only knows how to make Guardians of the Galaxy one-hit wonder. I gotta go finish work now. I catch up on Discord. Bye. See you, Mecha G75. By the way, thanks to Peacemaker, Ben Affleck's Batman is canon to the Gunverse. Continuity? What's that? Oh boy.
Season 2 of this and Superman are the two main releases of this year. You guys know how I feel about Superman. I thought it was fucking lovely. So I was...
Okay, and we're going to talk about that next week, chat. We're going to rip this guy a new asshole. Someone wake up the anti-monitor. He has a multiverse to wipe out again. Somebody go wake him up.
Excited to be a day one fan of this jump-started universe. Peacemaker has a small cameo in Superman, and I thought it worked perfectly. Yeah, I
thought it was all right. This dude is glazing the hell out of Gunn. Ooh. I got a term for them. Gun glazers. What do you guys think?
That could be better.
Grifting basically means you go along with whatever popular thing or consensus is going on at the time, and you have no real passion or stake towards the discussion. Joker calls them gun monkeys. Shut up! Superman was trash. One nice scene of Papa Ken isn't enough to make a good movie. I actually prepped myself ahead of time by watching the Lois and Clark show from the 90s, and that was way better than whatever the hell James Gunn cooked up. Or half-baked.
Watched season 1 since it released, but I have good memories of it, and the trailers for season 2 were beyond promising. And being a huge fan of James Gunn since before and after my balls dropped, this was a dream for me.
That is the weirdest thing for you to ever say live on camera.
Balls drop.
What? Are you a genetically modified freak? Guys like Josh Theory and Bombastic are grifters. Or, as we call them, fence riders.
I don't give a shit about Kevin Feige, but the guy that made Slither and Super in that position now I feel more invested in the universe overall, but
I used to be, and then he dropped the ball. And then he dropped the ball even further. I'm basically done with the DCU. If I'm ever to watch any of that crap, it's merely to only review it. And that's because chances are it's most likely going to be crap across the board.
Specifically for season 2. Keep in mind, these are seriously James Gunn's words about this season.
But I will also say that 6 and 8 maybe my favorite things I've ever done. Like it's like of all time. Like it's like some of my favorite stuff ever.
That's a high bar in my opinion. I mean, considering how people received the show.
So I watched with an optimistic.
You say something?
we did. Yeah, sorry. We did see Lex Luthor in episode 6, but yeah, the episode 8 was definitely a disappointment.
I've said this before. I actually think Corn Sweats is a good choice for Superman, but Gunn cannot make single character focused stories to save his life. I actually do agree that there was some good casting choices in the movie. I think David Cornsweet was pretty good. I thought the actor for Lex Luthor was all right. I liked the actor for Jimmy Olsen. He looked dorky enough, but dear Lord. The best thing about Superman 2025 is that it got me to watch the animated series and Justice League Unlimited, giving a glimpse at peak DC. James Gunn turned Star-Lord from a grizzled Han Solo-like character into a man-child obsessed with the 80s. Okay, then. Remind me to go ahead and check out the original Guardians of the Galaxy comics. Casting was solid, but the script was utterly terrible. I agree. What do you think, Khalil?
Well, I didn't. Well, you already know this, but the chat doesn't. So, I don't love Superman 2025, but I actually do like it. I actually like it enough that it got me to buy Superman comics. None of the previous DC or Marvel from the DC shows from the original universe or even from the animated ones ever got me to buy comics. This one did. It actually left a stranglehold within me that got me to buy All Star Superman, uh, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and another one that I bought on my Walmart recently. So yeah, I look if any of you don't like or even hate Superman 2025, more power to you. I'm not gonna change your opinion. I can only speak for me. I really enjoy it, but I'm also not a grifter. So if they actually release, let's say Supergirl is released next year and it's a piece of shit, I will be calling James Gunn for having finding a crew for making a piece of shit.
All right, then. We have it out in the open. I mean, actually, if you want another great Superman story, you have What's So Great About Truth, Justice, and the American Way, the storyline that they use for the animated film Superman versus the Elite. Nathan Fillion would have made a great Hal Jordan. I personally don't really pay attention to fan casting because I know like next to nothing about actors. So
skeptical energy to see if Gunn was glazing or if he was capping. The season kicks off and the edge of my seat was upon me. Honestly, I'm glad.
What is that wording? The edge of my seat is upon me? Why can't you just say like everybody else? I was on the edge of my seat. You're trying so hard to be different and you're failing.
This was a weekly show because if I tried to binge all these at once, I would notice how little best thing I've ever done type shit is in here. Full spoilers, by the way, from here on out. When it's about Peacemaker and his story, I was really invested. When it was following Chris, the season was moving toward and developing the conflict with the biggest stakes, the titular stakes. But because this is such an ensemble, Gunn justifiably wants to build out the B, C, D, E, F, G plots and try to make the characters grow, try to make all of them grow if possible. But in doing so, created something that if this were season 2 of a 5-season show, it's what I like to call a filler season. All of the individual plots.
Oh my God, filler season, and you think that's a harsh criticism? Oh my God, dude. Don't treat them like their minds are made.
It's what I like to call a filler season.
That sounds harsh, but I don't mean it in a derogatory way. Oh my God, you're one of those guys. You can't risk hurting everybody's feelings. Oh, I'm so worried I'm gonna hurt this person's feelings. The world ain't about feelings. Criticize. Without criticism, how is anything going to get better? You got to be honest. You got to be objective. Come on, man. It ain't that hard.
Season. All of the individual plot lines by themselves I like, but the sum of its parts feels underwhelming in the grand scheme of everything. I thought
that new helmet looks goofy. I'm just going to say it. It looks goofy.
some of the new characters were either too wooden like Sasha or ultimately smaller in importance than I expected or what the story seemed to imply like Red Saint Wild. But with our OG cast, Harcourt is having a hard time and she spends so long of the season giving the cold shoulder to everything for reasons that I guess do make sense for her character, they do. But episode by episode, there just doesn't seem to be enough stuff for each character.
Ads is breaking up with her, good. Economos is dealing with Argus, pretty good. Vigilante misses Chris, great. Flurry is really funny, but doesn't fit in with the group right now, not my favorite. Eagly has one of the best arcs of the season, complimentary and derogatory. Sheesh, man, just list them all out, man. Don't just write up a bullet
list. In the world. All the characters are having a hard time. All the episodes are really short except for the finale episode that I like the least. But despite everything I'm saying, I really like all of these core characters. So before the credits every week, I felt pretty satisfied with what I'd sat through. A lot will happen on the small scale. There's a lot of good stuff, but as we crept...
Oh, I bet you were pretty satisfied after you gave yourself a good wank.
Closer to episode 8, I became more and more aware each week that I was watching something pretty underwhelming. Why was it underwhelming? I'll get to it. But I like everything this guy has ever done up until this project, and that includes Superman. I mean, shit, it includes Peacemaker Season 1. I do like this show, so the stakes aren't...
And that means you're an idiot. Come on, man. That voice sounds like AI. I don't know, man. I've had to listen to Star Wars Meg, and she sounds more like an AI than this guy.
That high. I love James Gunn movies. I think he's an excellent writer, and I think he's a creative and innovative storyteller, specifically when it comes to comic book storytelling. I'll go to...
Ooh, that statement ages like milk when you look at Superman 2025 or Peacemaker Season 2.
Bat for any of his movies, but I usually don't even have to. See, before he took over DC, I don't remember this black and white love him or hate him thing with Gunn. Gunn's not Snyder. He's not drawing a line in the sand with his style and aesthetic and saying, this is what it is. I know it's wild, but some...
Watchmen is peak Snyder. I just don't care for DC Snyder.
People love it. Gunn is a pretty mass appeal 4-quadrant filmmaker with at least all his superhero stuff. The way Suicide Squad used its R rating is more interesting and successful than Deadpool, hot take, but fuck it. But since he took...
Yeah, considering Deadpool is still a beloved movie, and I don't think anyone really talks about the Suicide Squad, I don't know, man. I think Deadpool wins out.
Yeah, it does.
Over DC, all these detractors have materialized out of nowhere to act like Gunn is...
Detractors came out of nowhere. Okay, first of all, minus the fact that you have the people who didn't like... Minus the fact that most of these detractors are likely Snyder shills or Snyder cultists, you got people, James Gunn opened his damn mouth and said, if you don't like Peacemaker Season 2, you're a racist. Or... the fact that, Superman 2025 wasn't really that good. Like, come on, man. You're saying these detractors came out of nowhere, but there's a pretty good reason why they came.
It's completely devoid of any talent and want to see this thing fail so bad. And if you...
It's not that we want to see it fail. We just don't want James Gunn in charge anymore.
Really feel that way, I respect it, and I can't wait to read your comments. Even though the finale underwhelmed on the universe front, if you loved Peacemaker Season 1 and the characters Gunn has crafted with these actors, I think the vast majority of Season 2 is kind of great, especially the stuff with the titular man himself.
With the goofy helmet.
All of the parallel universe stuff was interesting. It was great to see David Denman playing Chris's brother and the return of Robert Patrick. That final scene in the parallel universe was shocking and horrible and traumatic and not where I was expecting it all to go. While at the same...
I love how he's barely describing anything. He's just saying, this was great. This was shocking. This was... Like, come on. Put some effort. This is half-assed. really half-assed.
Time being super effective when it comes to Chris trying to deal with all the things that have happened to him. And for all of these characters, when it comes to our core group, I liked how it wrapped up. I liked all of them confronting him at the motel. It felt like a series finale when it came to the core group. But the Superman tie-in stuff really threw this season off its own emotional axis and made the final episode kind of a slog. Ending with Chris kidnapped and left trapped in a prison dimension, it just didn't feel right. Before the finale, Gunn said he had no plans for the third season anytime soon, so it feels so tacked on where it left off. I don't know, I don't talk about TV shows that much. These are more my thoughts as a huge Gunn glazer. I think getting
Oh my god, he even admitted it. God.
Also,
shoot a Foxy
I think James Gunn is making a season 3, but I think he's probably going to do it after he's done with the movie Man of Tomorrow, or maybe he's shooting it at the exact same time, because he did shoot Superman in Peacemaker season 2 the exact same time.
That probably explains a lot of things.
Yeah.
Shazam concert and to work
Honestly,
so
I don't
closely with his wife and best friends, the gags throughout the season, and just the tale of Chris/Peacemaker and all these guys. A complete fuck up who's trying to become a better person while fighting the demons inside and outside of his head. Gunn's bread and butter has always been this type of character because that's him. He's all the main.
He's a one-trick pony. That's all he is. A one-trick pony. And that trick has run out.
Characters. Here's my main defense for James Gunn. When he said Peacemaker Season 2 was his favorite thing he's ever done, I don't think he was lying. I think he got very inspired by the idea that he could write a television show with one of these fuck-ups. He could write differently. He could let the behavior and internal conflicts of his heroes evolve at a pace he hasn't really been able to play with in his movies. So he's gonna have a bunch of arcs in a TV show. The finale feels like it drops the ball so hard because the wider universe that I was so excited for actually felt forced in here. Gunn made a pretty great Peacemaker season, but the time
He made a pretty crappy Peacemaker season if everyone else is to be trusted, which I would trust them more than I would trust you. You literally admitted to being a gun glazer. And again, with the superhero tie-in stuff, honestly, I feel like James Gunn was just not the right pick for running a cinematic universe. He just wasn't.
tie-in stuff was to its own detriment, in my opinion. I have no problem with these characters. Rick Flag Sr. is a cool go-between character, and the Rick Flag Jr. episode was awesome. I thought him having respect for the past things in canon was great. There might just be too much future canon stuff in here. But when you look at the Peacemaker stuff, I get why Gunn would love it so much. I guess my only disagreement with the discourse right now is that I don't think Gunn was lying to hype the show up. I think he was telling the truth. The best moments of the
I think he would. Well, honestly, to be fair, again, I don't trust you, so I believe that you are a filthy freaking liar. Khalil, did you just drop off?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm almost about to drop off.
Okay, we're almost done. One more minute.
Season are incredibly strong when put up against season 1. He talks a lot, man. I watch the podcast every week. I listen to his appearances on other stuff. I could not be more biased to defend this guy, but the finale.
Dude, I think you have problems. Why do I get the feeling that you're up at night staring at photos of James Gunn and doing I don't even want to say what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope that after Man of Tomorrow, James Gunn is gonna be able to take it easy and just run the company, because I mean, him directing more movies with a company that he has to run with Peter Safran, it's like, dude, if you want to direct, fine, but can you wait at least 6 years? I mean, look at you. You almost look like you're half asleep.
Not to mention he's running DC even further into the ground.
Is a super weak.
He also has a wife and possibly a couple of children he has to take care of.
I don't know. Hey, Double A, you showed up just in time. We're wrapping up. What's up? I saw the reply of Theory being on the news. My God. China Sabers hitting the media.
Yep.
One, and the way season 2 tied into the universe overall felt more unnatural than I expected, because the core group of characters was not a weak season. I loved spending time with these people, and seeing Chris start to heal even more from all of his past trauma stuff just continues to be interesting. Again, I was glad it was a weekly thing instead of binging it as if I were going to be on the edge of my seat at the end of every single episode. But I'm still excited for the next couple projects, and I want to get my grubby little hands on that Clayface and see what the hell's going on with that.
Ooh, I think I've got myself a fun fake DC fan to check out.
Also, they say that at some point we're gonna hear an announcement of who could be the next Batman in this DC universe.
Oh no.
Seems awesome. Peacemaker is not Superman. Gunn's been pretty transparent, in my opinion, about just how different these things will all be. Clayface will be different from Man of Tomorrow, and that'll be a little less different than Supergirl.
Yet I'm willing to bet they're all going to be of the same type of quality. Garbage! James Gunn let his wife making out with another man. How is this guy defending James Gunn? He can't help himself. All right. Who did his wife make out with?
It's the blonde chick from Peacemaker. It's his actual wife.
Ugh. Supergirl will be trash. Well,
I really hope not. I mean, but like I said, if it is trash, I will harp on James Gunn.
I wouldn't say get your hopes up too high. Tom King's involved, and Tom King's not really that great.
Well, he's more like a consultant. He's not really writing the script.
Yeah, that's still him being involved.
Got carried away thinking about the DCU Gunn is crafting and forgot to stop and smell the flowers a little bit with each episode of this season. It's small scale, and therefore, somehow, it kind of is a disappointment to the universe overall, but a success for Peacemaker as a show, I think. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Make sure to dislike and unsubscribe. Okay. That was a roller coaster of stupid.
Yep.
Well, that's all the time we've got here for today, folks. If you like what you see here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and please share out to spread the word. And until next time, remember to always be awesome.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye. See you next week.